David, are you feeling okay? Has your fever gone down?
Oh, thanks for worrying, Sarah. I still have a fever and feel awful, but I think I'll feel better by tonight.
You still have a fever? Maybe I should come visit. I can bring some drinks and something you might be able to eat.
Actually, I already took some medicine. I should be fine.
Are you sure? I made some soup this morning. It wouldn't be any trouble.
I appreciate the thought, but I'll pass. I'd feel terrible if I gave you my cold. It'll get better if I just rest quietly. I'll text you as soon as my fever goes down.
That's strange. You never turn down my soup when you're sick.
I just want to sleep it off this time.
Okay, in that case, could you text me after my sister Mia leaves? I'll be waiting at a cafe nearby.
Huh?
Since you're probably not thinking clearly due to your affair fever, just message me when your home date is over and you've calmed down.
Wait, what do you mean by home date?
You don't have to pretend anymore. I saw her go in.
Sarah, you must be mistaken.
Am I saying something wrong? You canceled our date claiming you're sick. But somehow, you managed to secretly bring my sister to your place.
How do you know about that?
Actually, I was just at the lobby of your apartment building until a moment ago.
What?
I know you always forget to take medicine when you're sick.
You didn't need to come?
I was sad about the canceled date, but I was worried about you, so I thought I'd quietly leave a care package at your door without bothering you. But then, I saw Mia going into your building.
No way!
I had a bad feeling, so I quietly followed her. And sure enough, she went into your apartment. I could even hear her sugary sweet "I missed you" voice from outside the door.
Damn it, I can't believe we got caught like this. We'd been so careful until now.
How long has this been going on? So this isn't the first time.
Look, it just happened.
So you admit to the affair.
Yeah, that's right. Making lame excuses isn't my style, so I'll proudly admit it.
With my own sister? How could you both do this to me?
It is what it is.
A truly proud man wouldn't cheat in the first place. Anyway, let's talk about where we go from here. Can you both come out right now? I'm waiting at the cafe. I want you to apologize properly to my face.
Wait a minute. Why should we apologize to you?
What?
You're acting like we committed some terrible crime.
Because you did. You betrayed my trust.
I've decided I only apologize to people above me in status. There's no way I'm gonna say I'm sorry to someone like you.
Status? What are you even talking about? This isn't about status.
You wouldn't understand. Someone at my level has different standards.
Can you even hear yourself? You did something hurtful, so you should apologize to me. You owe me that much.
Shut up. It's your fault for being the kind of woman who gets cheated on with her own sister. I did nothing wrong, and I'm definitely not apologizing.
Excuse me?
You're too clingy, always checking on me, bringing me things. It's suffocating.
So caring about you is a fault now?
Besides, I just went along with your sister's advances. Anyway, now that the affair is exposed, I'm breaking up with you, and that's fine, right? Talking things through is a hassle, so let's just say goodbye like this.
You can't be.
What, gonna cry about it?
After 2 years together, this is how you end it?
I'll throw away your stuff that's in my apartment. See ya!
Don't you dare throw away my things. I'll come get them myself.
Don't bother. I don't want to see you again.
You're a coward, David. A real coward.
Whatever helps you sleep at night. We're done here.
Sarah, are you okay? Don't tell me you're still crying your eyes out at the cafe. I can't believe you have the nerve to message me. You should go home. It's embarrassing. Huh?
A woman in her early 30s crying alone. The staff and other customers must be really freaked out. Sorry I couldn't come comfort you right away. He just wouldn't let go of me.
I'm not crying, and I don't need your comfort.
There's no need to act tough. I know you're hurting.
The only thing that hurts is realizing what kind of sister I have.
Playing tough, huh? That's why you get cheated on. You're not cute enough.
How dare you try and turn this around?
It was bound to happen eventually. You're too serious for him.
Don't you dare! According to David, you were the one who came on to him. Why would you hit on your sister's boyfriend?
Does it matter who started it? What's done is done.
It matters to me. We're sisters.
Well, when you ask why, I just stole him because he's a good catch.
What?
Come on, you must have known he was too good for you.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
It's survival of the fittest. When you find a good man, you have to take him, even if he has a girlfriend. I draw the line at married men, of course, but you guys weren't even engaged, so it's fair game.
That's completely unethical. Use your common sense.
Oh, please, like you wouldn't do the same.
No, I wouldn't, because I have morals.
But I really want to get married soon, too. Everyone around me is getting married lately, and I got jealous and wanted to get married quickly, too. I was looking for a good man, but I didn't want to rush and marry some mediocre guy. Then I realized I should just marry the best man in my circle.
And that happened to be your sister's boyfriend?
Of course, he was right there.
You could have found someone else, anyone else.
Yeah, David is an elite employee at a famous company, and he's getting promoted faster than anyone in his year. Plus, his annual salary is easily over $150K. Isn't that amazing?
So that's what makes a good man in your eyes?
Don't act like you weren't dating him for the same reasons.
I loved him for who he was, not his salary.
I'm not really interested in looks or muscles. What matters is how smart they are and how much they earn. And above all, David lives in this amazing luxury high-rise. Of course I wanted to steal him.
What pathetic reasons?
You're just bitter because I succeeded.
Succeeded at what? Being a horrible person?
Those pathetic reasons were enough for me to steal him from you, and for you to lose to me, Sarah.
What did you say?
Face it, he chose me over you.
He didn't choose you. You both chose to betray me.
I can't believe he switched from you to me so quickly and threw you away. He's already asked me to move in with him. At this rate, marriage is just around the corner. Everyone's going to be so jealous.
You both seem to be in quite the celebratory mood. Neither you nor David has apologized to me even once. I'm beyond anger. I'm just disappointed.
David said we don't need to apologize. Instead, I'll be happy enough for your share too.
And you actually agree with him? That I don't deserve an apology?
Stop being so dramatic. It's just a boyfriend.
He wasn't just a boyfriend. He was someone I trusted. And you were my sister.
Were? Don't be like that. Everyone else will be so happy for us. You should just accept reality and be happy for us too.
Go ahead and try if you can. Don't think that a trashy couple who betrays people so easily will have a smooth sailing relationship.
You're just jealous of our happiness.
Happiness built on betrayal won't last.
Wow, what a pathetic sore loser. You shouldn't waste time with that. Sarah, you better hurry and find another man or you'll miss your chance to get married.
Unlike you, I don't need to steal someone else's partner to get married.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, sis.
Don't call me sis. You lost that right.
Hey, Sarah, listen to this. Lately, this old hag at work has been treating me terribly. She must have heard somewhere that I got an amazing boyfriend. She's just jealous and taking it out on me.
What?
You're the only one I can talk to about this.
Interesting how I'm suddenly useful to you.
She gets angry over every little thing, like being late. Today she yelled at me for over an hour.
You wouldn't get yelled at if you weren't late. Don't message me about such trivial things.
But it's not my fault. The building is too tall.
What are you talking about?
I'm trying my best not to be late. I set like 10 alarms to wake up. But it just takes so long waiting for the elevator.
Excuse me?
You don't understand how hard it is.
Hard to get to work on time like everyone else?
You know, I already started living with David in the luxury high-rise. The view is amazing and the apartment is huge. It's perfect. But living in a high-rise has its problems too. Who knew elevators would have a rush hour too?
Did you actually use that ridiculous excuse at work?
Of course I did. I had to explain that it wasn't my fault. But that old hag just got even more angry. It was so scary. She's just jealous that her young, cute junior is living with her boyfriend in a luxury high-rise.
I'm pretty sure that's not why she got angry.
She's definitely jealous. You should see how fancy it is here.
Are you messaging me just to brag?
No, I need advice. How do I handle her?
Try showing up on time.
High-rise living is more tiring than I thought, so I asked David if we could move. But he said no because living in a high-rise is proof of his success. Men are like that, you know, though that kind of thing makes them even more adorable and amazing.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. I thought you were complaining, but somehow it turned into bragging about your high-rise apartment.
What? I'm not bragging at all. I'm just talking about how high-rise living is more difficult than I imagined. I guess only people who've experienced living in a high-rise would understand instead of thinking it's bragging. That's why I thought maybe you, as David's ex, would understand the struggles.
What?
Oh, sorry. You only visited a few times on weekends, right? You've never actually lived together in a luxury high-rise, so you wouldn't understand these difficulties. That was so insensitive of me.
You really have a talent for making people angry.
I don't want that kind of talent. I just want to stop being late. It's so hard getting down to the first floor from the high-rise. I'm always late to work, so maybe I should just quit.
From the third floor?
Huh?
If you're having trouble making it from the third floor to the first floor, why don't you just use the stairs? From the third floor, that would definitely be faster. Even though it's a luxury high-rise, you moved from the highest floor to the third floor, so it should be much easier to get downstairs now. Oh, you could even dive out the window! From the third floor, you wouldn't get too hurt, and you definitely make it to work on time.
Wait a minute. How do you know about the third floor? I haven't told anyone about that.
Because I'm now living in the upper floor apartment where David used to live.
What?
Must be quite a shock.
We're lying. That's impossible. How do you know all this? And what do you mean you're living in that apartment now? What's going on?
After that, the building owner told me David and Mia moved to a third-floor apartment. Apparently, they couldn't handle the rent increase, but didn't want to give up living in the high-rise, so they ended up moving to the third floor.
Why would he tell you that?
Does it matter? Nothing changes the fact that you were lying and putting on airs.
What did you say?
Pretending to be a high-floor resident and trying to act superior to people at work and to me. How embarrassing can you get?
Well, that's...
Instead of making excuses, try waking up earlier so you won't be late. See you.
Wait, you can't just drop this bomb and leave?
Watch me.
Hey, Sarah! Is it true that you're living in my old apartment?
Yes, that's right. It feels really weird living in the apartment where my ex betrayed me, but they did a thorough cleaning, and more importantly, the rent of $1,000 a month is really attractive.
What? Why is the rent so cheap? It's even cheaper than when I was renting it.
Is something wrong with that?
This doesn't make any sense.
The owner is very generous.
He's not. Right after breaking up with you, the owner contacted me about a rent increase from $1,500 to $4,500 a month. Even I couldn't afford that kind of rent, so I had to move to the 3rd floor. What's going on here?
That must have been quite a shock for you.
Did you have something to do with this? Did you bribe him?
Hey, David, the way you're talking makes the owner sound like a crooked landlord. The rent didn't increase. It just went back to the normal rate. The discount just ended, that's all.
How do you know about that? I never told anyone that I was renting that apartment at a special price of $1,500. The owner told me not to tell anyone.
Actually, I was involved in the reason for that special price. You see, I know the building owner.
What?
Surprise.
There's no way.
Well, we met by chance. I helped the owner when he collapsed in front of the building. It was just heat exhaustion, nothing serious, but everyone else who passed by ignored him. Probably thinking that he was just another old person who had fallen over and would eventually get up on his own. But he was really grateful that I helped, calling me their lifesaver. You never wondered why your rent was so cheap?
I thought I was just lucky.
At first, he wanted to give me a reward, but I refused. When the owner insisted on doing something, I joked, well, you could give my boyfriend a discount on his rent, and he said, leave it to me.
Wait, so that winning letter was all set up by the owner? I used to live on the 3rd floor, and suddenly I got a letter from the owner saying I'd won the right to move to an upper floor.
Remember how excited you were?
Don't tell me!
I asked the owner to do that too. I know you have a big ego, so I asked him not to mention my name. I figured you wouldn't want to live in an apartment that was cheap because of me. But I never expected him to create such an elaborate winning letter. The owner's quite playful, isn't he?
No way! I thought it was thanks to my own good karma. I was thrilled to move because they said they'd rent me a $4,500 upper floor apartment for just $1,500. But that was all thanks to you?
Originally, the discount was just for your 3rd floor apartment, but the owner offered the upper floor apartment too. He said we'd want a bigger place when we got engaged and married.
No!
Funny how things work out.
This can't be happening.
That's why I reported to the owner right after we broke up. I said, since we broke up, we'll never live together. I'm sorry for wasting your kindness.
So that's why the rent immediately went back to the original price. It's your fault I had to move back to the 3rd floor.
What do you mean, fault? You got to live in a nice apartment thanks to me. It just went back to normal. If you want the upper floor apartment that badly, you can just pay the regular rent.
Don't be ridiculous. The regular rent is $4,500 a month. I can't pay that even if I wanted to.
Not such a big shot after all, are you?
You knew I couldn't afford that.
Then it's your own fault you moved to the 3rd floor. That's why the owner offered me the apartment. They said, since it's vacant now, would you like to live here? I'll give you a big discount on the rent. It's almost too generous.
No way! That was my apartment! Everyone at work was so envious, and now they'll know the truth!
You two are such a handful. Mia pretends she lives on an upper floor while hiding that she's on the 3rd floor. And you're trying to blame me and lash out. I don't even want to interact with the couple who got together through cheating. Goodbye.
Wait! Hey, could you ask the owner something for me? Ask if they could rent me another vacant upper floor apartment, and if possible, give me the same service and make the rent around $1,000.
What?
Please, Sarah, for old time's sake.
Why would I do that?
Well, living on the third floor doesn't really suit me. The view isn't as good as the upper floors, and there's all this stress. So please, Sarah, for old time's sake and your friendship with the owner.
Don't get cocky.
Huh?
Why should I do any favors for my ex who dumped me? Especially someone so horrible who left me for my sister. If you want a cheap upper floor apartment that badly, go ask the owner yourself. Goodbye.
Sarah, wait, I'm sorry about everything.
Too late for that now.
I've had enough. I'm breaking up with David. I don't want anything to do with a man who gets angry and slaps me.
A slap? That's quite violent.
You have to help me, Sarah.
Now you want my help?
I got yelled at and blamed for everything. Poor me.
What do you mean, everything? What happened?
It all went wrong after he found out about the apartment.
Go on.
David told me about your connection to the upper floor apartment, how it was cheap thanks to you. So we went to directly negotiate with the owner. We asked them to rent us an upper floor apartment as a discount too.
Wow, you actually went to ask.
I thought they'd understand.
Understand what? Your entitlement?
But of course, the owner refused, and apparently, David made things worse by dropping his workplace's name during the request. The owner said he knew David's company's president. The owner said they'd tell the president about what David had demanded.
What? Why did David mention his workplace?
He thought he could intimidate them.
That was incredibly stupid of him.
David was called in by the president himself the next day. Apparently, he got chewed out really badly. Turns out that the owner is an important shareholder in the company. He got scolded for being shameless enough to try negotiating rent with such an important person. David got transferred to some remote island.
David, who was the fastest rising star among his peers, even though he worked so hard.
This is all your fault.
My fault? How exactly?
If you hadn't told us about the apartment,
then you would have kept lying.
Then he took it all out on me, said nothing good has happened since he started dating me. But it's the same for me too. Nothing good has happened since I moved in with David.
Really?
Everything's falling apart.
Actions have consequences.
Yeah, it's the worst. And then I suddenly got fired from work. They said I had too many late arrivals and my work attitude was terrible. So I'm done at the end of this month. That old hag must have tattled to upper management.
Well, that senior colleague didn't do anything wrong.
This is awful. Everything's going wrong since I started dating David. I'm breaking up with him. Let me stay at your place, Sarah.
Are you kidding me? How did you suddenly arrive at that conclusion?
Where else could I go?
Anywhere but here. Why do you even want to stay with me? Go stay with Mom and Dad.
Because it's frustrating. That old hag laughed at me saying, "Didn't you say you wanted to quit once you get married?" She even doubted whether I really lived in the high-rise upper floors. I at least want to show her proof photos before I quit.
Still worried about appearances?
My reputation is ruined.
You're always focused on such trivial things. I won't let you into my apartment. And I don't want anything to do with you anymore. Just give up and admit that you actually live on the third floor.
What? You won't help when your sister is begging?
Sister? That's rich coming from you.
I know I messed up.
I don't have a sister who would steal her sister's boyfriend. Goodbye.
No, wait, Sarah. Please don't abandon me. I'll apologize for stealing David. I want to live on the upper floors too.
You still don't get it.
I'm sorry, I really am.
You're just sorry you got caught.
Please, Sarah, I have nowhere else to go.
You should have thought about that before betraying me. After a while, David and Mia moved to a different apartment building. I ran into them once in the lobby. It was an awkward moment when they came down the stairs just as I was getting out of the elevator. They moved out a few days after that encounter, so I guess something must have clicked in their minds. From now on, I want to work hard so I can afford to pay the regular rent with my own ability without relying on the owner's kindness.
Tom, is everything okay? Did something happen?
Sarah, where are you right now?
I've been trying to reach you for the past hour. Finally, you respond. What do you mean, where am I? I'm at the restaurant where you made the reservation. They've already seated me and I've been waiting for you.
Well, enjoy dinner by yourself then.
Are you stuck in traffic or are you running late?
I'm not coming.
What? What do you mean you're not coming? Why? Is this some kind of joke?
Want to end things with you today.
Wait a minute. What is this about? What happened? We were fine just yesterday when we talked about today's plans.
It's not sudden. I've been thinking about this for a while.
If you've been thinking about it for a while, why did you make a restaurant reservation for today? You know I've wanted to try this place for months.
That was just because.
Just because? That doesn't make any sense, Tom.
Actually, I found someone else I like. I'm going to live with her, so I want to end things with you today.
You've been cheating. How long has this been going on?
Honestly, how did you not notice?
Notice what? That you were lying to me? Sure, we've both been busy and haven't seen each other much lately, but you made a reservation at this restaurant I've always wanted to try, and it's our anniversary, so I thought...
What? You thought I was going to propose? Oh, sweet. Meanwhile, I've been trying to figure out how to break up with you. You kept going on about wanting to eat somewhere nice for our anniversary, so I made the reservation. But I have no intention of eating with you anymore.
What's that supposed to mean? Did you make this reservation just to cover up your cheating? Did you think this would somehow make it better?
Come to think of it, I should have just broken up with you at the restaurant. Would have been like something out of a drama. What a missed opportunity.
This isn't funny. Stop treating this like some kind of joke.
I ordered the course meal, so enjoy both portions in my place. Oh, and of course it's pay after you eat, so make sure you pay for whatever you eat and drink. Well then, thanks for everything up until now. Goodbye.
You can't be serious. You're making me pay for a dinner for two? Wait, Tom, you can't end things this one-sidedly. Let's talk about this properly. Tom? Hey, Tom! At least have the decency to face me properly. Tom, please respond. We've been together for 2 years. Don't I deserve better than this? Sarah, I have something to tell you. Sorry, Katie, I'm busy right now. I'll call you back later. But it's about you. About me? I just wanted to let you know that I finished putting all your stuff outside the house. My stuff? What are you talking about? It really cleared up the space. What? What do you mean? Why are you touching my things? The lease is being terminated at the end of the month anyway, and Tom's moving out next week to live with me in our new place, so I threw out the garbage to make moving preparations easier. My belongings are garbage? Wait, living with you in a new place? What are you talking about? Katie, this isn't funny. Still haven't figured it out? Oh, you're so dense. Sarah, look, I'm the one Tom's been cheating with. You're lying. Oh, this has to be some kind of sick joke. I stole Tom from you. Surprised? I bet you never saw this coming. Tom's been cheating with you? Since when? Remember when you introduced him last New Year's? You said he was someone you were considering marriage with. Well, when we had dinner together, it was love at first sight for both of us. Love at first sight? That dinner where you brought your boyfriend? We've been secretly meeting and dating ever since, and now we've decided to live together. Did you hear about his transfer? Transfer? I haven't heard anything about that. Of course you haven't. Tom only tells important things to me now. He's being transferred, so we decided it's perfect timing to live together somewhere you don't know about, and I'm going with him. So you've been dating behind my back this whole time? Your own sister? That's right, Sarah. You were completely clueless, living in your own peaceful little bubble. It was actually kind of fun watching you talk about your future plans. I trusted you. How could you do this to me? I'm actually really grateful to you. After all, Tom is loaded. You always were terrible at seeing the bigger picture. Wait, you didn't have a boyfriend. When I introduced Tom, you brought your own boyfriend because you said it would be sad to have just one guy with two girls. What happened to him? Oh, that boyfriend? I dumped him. You dumped him? I heard he was a doctor, but he never took me on nice dates. He was so cheap. I wanted him to pick me up in a luxury car like a proper doctor, but he always wanted to meet somewhere instead. Can you believe he took the bus to dates? How embarrassing. You only see men for their money? He was such a kind person. The world runs on money, doesn't it? Things like feelings that you can't see are worth less than things you can see and compare, like money and status. I did some research and found out that some doctors are actually poor doctors, so I guess I drew the short straw. You wouldn't understand because you're satisfied with so little. He was such a nice person and you call him the short straw? Nice doesn't pay for designer bags, Sarah. Anyway, Tom spends money on our dates, and since his dad's a company president, he knows how to spend money properly. He's older and dependable, so I decided I liked him better and stole him from you. How selfish. Call it what you want. I call it knowing what I want. Today was your anniversary dinner, right? Were you expecting a proposal? Instead of a proposal, you got dumped. Kicked out of your house you lived in together. No house, no boyfriend. What a miserable loser you've become. Almost 30 and all alone. Poor thing. You threw out my belongings so carelessly. You'll compensate me if anything is damaged. Yeah, I get that you're upset, but is that weak barking all you can do? You really are like a losing dog howling. Pathetic. Maybe this will teach you to be less naive. I won't forgive either of you. Well, don't get too worked up. Just enjoy your dinner at the restaurant Tom reserved for 2 people. Send me pictures of the food. I hear it's quite expensive. Oh, you still live around here, Sarah? I'm actually surprised nothing's changed. Shouldn't you have worked on improving yourself after getting dumped by a man? Katie? That's right, Katie, your dear sweet little sister. Miss me? I've had you blocked for a year. What do you want? Did you see me? Are you back in town? Correct. Listen, Sarah, that man was the absolute worst. You really dodged a bullet breaking up with him. That man, you mean Tom? Who else would I be talking about? Oh, don't tell me you still have feelings for that useless guy. I don't have any feelings left. What happened? Everything went wrong. That's what happened. You know how he got transferred a year ago? Well, his dad was supposed to put him in charge of the branch office. The plan was for him to be the branch manager for about 2 years, then return to headquarters with a good position, eventually taking over the company. But recently, he got demoted to entry level. Entry level? Can you believe the humiliation? Can you believe it? Now he's saying he doesn't know when he'll return to headquarters since he's entry level. His salary is lower. Everything's different from what was planned. He even started talking about budgeting. You know I can't deal with that kind of lifestyle. He actually suggested I get a job. Me. That's not my problem. Don't be so cold. We're sisters after all. So I decided to cut my losses. While he was at work, I started going to matchmaking events, and eventually I met my ideal doctor. You never learn, do you? You're just jealous because I always land on my feet. And what happened with Tom? This one's different from the previous doctor. His father owns a hospital and is the director. He's super rich and he's a surgeon. His monthly salary is incredible. He even drives a luxury car. So you switched to him and broke up with Tom? Sorry I stole him from you only to dump him so easily. Are you bored? Want Tom back? Really? You'd be okay with that? Well, don't tell me you're actually interested. It's pretty pathetic to be happy about getting someone's leftovers, but if you want him, he's yours. I don't need him anymore. But I'm blocked, and it seems he changed his contact information and address after that. I'll tell you all that. I don't want him anymore. He's becoming quite desperate, actually. Thanks, that helps. I envy how you can be satisfied with so little. Sarah, I could never. I absolutely can't live without money. I'll send you his contact info and current address later. Try not to get cheated on this time. Though I guess getting cheated on is better than being alone forever. Want me to tell him you're still interested? Well, that would be helpful. You really haven't changed at all, have you? Still the same pathetic sister.
I heard from Katie. She said you still have feelings for me.
I told her I didn't have any feelings left, but I guess she didn't get it.
Come on, don't play hard to get now. She said you asked for my contact info and address. That means you want to see me, right? If you still have feelings for me, you should just be honest about it. I might even take you back.
Take me back?
Don't act surprised. You must have been waiting for this chance. If you want to get back together with me, the son of a company president, that badly, I'll let you. Things are over with Katie anyway. We can start fresh.
Why would I want to get back together with someone who cheated on me with my own sister, someone I was discussing marriage with and who ran away without any explanation or taking responsibility?
The past is the past. We should move forward. Come on. Why'd you ask for my contact info and address? You want to see me, right?
It's not me who wants to see you. It's your parents.
What? What are you talking about?
So I gave your contact info and address to your parents.
Wait a minute. What did you do? Can't be serious.
You told my sister you were transferred to a branch office and would become president after getting some experience there. But the truth is, a year ago, you were fired for embezzlement using your position as the president's son, weren't you?
How did you... Who told you that?
Since we were dating with marriage in mind, I had dinner with your parents several times, and if I may say so myself, they really liked me. That's why when you dumped me, they apologized to me, the apology you never gave.
Mom and Dad did. They had no right to tell you anything.
So you were told to pay back the embezzled money, but instead you ran away with my sister and got a job somewhere completely different.
That's... You don't understand the situation.
Apparently you haven't finished paying back what you embezzled, and they want to meet you to settle things. So I gave your parents your contact info and address. Since we weren't officially engaged, any compensation I could claim wouldn't amount to much anyway. I was wondering what to do, but this makes me feel a bit better.
Wait, Sarah! Please don't let my parents come here. I don't have any money. There's no way I can pay back what I embezzled. We can work something out between us.
Can't pay it back? Then you shouldn't have done it in the first place.
I had no choice. Dating Katie was expensive. You never asked for expensive things like she did.
I heard that before you ran away after the embezzlement was discovered, you stole more money from the company and your father.
How did you... Well, since my parents like you so much, let's get back together. If you become their daughter-in-law, they might forgive me. Think about it. We could both benefit from this.
You think they'll forgive the money you stole too?
It's possible, if you help me. We were good together once, weren't we?
Sorry, but I'm seeing someone seriously now.
Wait a minute. What's that supposed to mean? We only broke up a year ago. Just a year ago. Who is he? Some random guy?
Everyone moves at their own pace in love.
Some random guy can't be better than me, the son of a company president. I know you better too. Does he have my connections, my background?
You know me? If you knew me and still broke up with me that way, you must be quite heartless. Besides, you've been cut off from your parents, so being the president's son doesn't mean much anymore. And not all women can be bought with money like Katie.
What's that supposed to mean? You're not making any sense.
I make $200,000 a month.
200,000? You're lying. That's impossible.
We're not together anymore, so it shouldn't matter to you. Well, goodbye.
Wait, Sarah, let's talk properly. I made a mistake. I see that now. Sarah? At least tell me how you're making that kind of money.
Sarah, what's going on? Why did I get dumped? What's this all of a sudden? Don't play dumb. The doctor, I even moved back home for him, but he dumped me, said he couldn't continue the relationship. My condolences. Stop being so cold. Why are you acting like this doesn't concern you? Because it doesn't. I know you told him something. When he broke up with me, he said he heard about me from your sister. What did you tell him? I was surprised, too, that your boyfriend was one of my hobby friends. Huh? Hobby friends? What are you talking about? Actually, I'm seeing someone seriously now. What are you talking about? As if anyone would want you. Well, listen to the whole story. I met my current boyfriend through a team in a game. A game? You're still playing those childish things? An online game. It was just a hobby, but recently it became my main job. I'm dating one of my teammates from that game that I played as a hobby, and while gaming is his hobby, his main job is being a doctor. What did you say? You're lying. By the way, you know him too. Someone I know? Stop being mysterious and just say it. He's the ex-boyfriend you dumped. What? That cheap doctor? You're dating my leftovers? He's not cheap at all. One day he invited a friend who was new to gaming but interested in joining our game. We enjoyed playing online games together as a hobby, but that friend turned out to be my boyfriend? No, you're making this up. They were friends from medical school. No way, this can't be happening. So after hearing about you from both me and him, he collected a lot of information and decided to break up with you. My dream of being a doctor's wife! This is all your fault! Oh, by the way, I have something I want to claim from you and Tom. A claim? If it's compensation for emotional damage, it won't be much since you weren't engaged. I'll ignore any unreasonable demands. You can't prove anything anyway. No, that's not it. I told you a year ago, remember? If anything happened to my belongings, you'd have to compensate me. You said if anything happened. It couldn't be much anyway. 30,000. 30,000? Are you insane? Split between the two of you, that's 15,000 each. Why? There wasn't anything that valuable. You're just trying to get revenge. You might not have thought much of it, but my computer was a gaming PC, so it was quite expensive. A gaming PC? All this over some stupid computer? I had just bought a high-spec one, but you two carelessly threw out my stuff. Did you just roll the desktop around because it was heavy? It was completely unusable. And all the peripherals were treated roughly too. They were dirty, broken, and scratched. That's a ripoff. You're just trying to extort money from us. I have all the purchase receipts and photos of the condition you left them in as evidence. There's no way it costs 30,000. It's just a computer. You are making this up. When you're particular about computers and peripherals, they can be expensive. Gaming headsets, specialized gaming keyboards, mice, and various other equipment. I'm going to make sure you take responsibility and compensate me properly. I don't have that kind of money. This isn't fair. Even if you can't pay it now, 15,000 is an amount a court would consider reasonable for you to pay off while working. Pay it back properly. If you refuse, we can go to court. Court? You wouldn't dare. I'd be happy to go to court for a case I'm sure to win. I have the WhatsApp chat history where you admitted to throwing my stuff out and the photos you sent. This can't be. Just to let you know, Mom and Dad won't help you. What? You told them? I showed them all the WhatsApp messages you sent. They were really shocked. Unlike when you were little and got whatever you wanted as the youngest child, you're an adult now. So they said you need to take responsibility for your actions. Sarah, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I was wrong. It's weird for sisters to demand money from each other. It's not right for a sister to make her sister miserable. We can work this out between us, right? That's quite the boomerang statement. Are you okay? Well, let's handle the detailed claims through formal documentation. Oh, and one last thing I'll tell you. What? Haven't you said enough? That doctor boyfriend you called cheap and dumped, he actually comes from a family of doctors and they're quite wealthy. What? You're lying. The medical school they attended is famous for its high tuition fees as a private institution. To use your words, I'm seriously grateful you made him available. The compensation case was settled quickly once Tom and Katie's parents refused to help them. I heard through mutual friends that they're both working multiple jobs to pay off the debt. Tom occasionally tries to contact me through fake social media accounts, claiming he's changed, but I recognize his writing style immediately and block each new attempt. Katie apparently tells anyone who will listen that I stole her doctor boyfriend, but nobody takes her seriously anymore. The gaming career that started as a hobby has become incredibly fulfilling. What began as casual online gaming sessions turned into professional tournaments, and now I'm one of the top players in the competitive scene. The community has been incredibly supportive, and my teammates have become like family. My husband often jokes that he fell in love with me all over again watching me play in my first major tournament. Looking back, I realized that Tom and Katie did me a favor. If they hadn't betrayed me, I might never have thrown myself so completely into gaming as a way to cope with the pain. I might never have joined that particular team where I met my husband again, this time as equals sharing a passion. It's funny how life works out. Katie dumped him because she thought he wasn't wealthy enough, not knowing his family owned one of the largest private hospitals in the region. He had wanted to make his own way without relying on his family's name. Mom and Dad have fully embraced my new life. They love their new son-in-law, and they've even started watching my tournament streams. They've completely cut ties with Katie, saying her actions showed them just how badly they failed in raising her. Sometimes I feel a twinge of sadness about that, but then I remember how cruelly she treated both me and my husband. My husband and I recently bought a beautiful house in a quiet neighborhood. He has his medical practice, I have my gaming career, and we both have our shared love of gaming. Sometimes we still play together late into the night, just like when we first reconnected. Life has a strange way of giving you exactly what you need, even if you don't realize it at the time. I couldn't be happier with how everything turned out.
What do you think about my wedding dress? Seeing your daughter for the first time in 10 years in a wedding dress must be such a weird feeling for you. Yeah, a weird feeling. Not a good one though. You sent me pictures out of nowhere without any warning. Plus you're the one who left. I have no positive thoughts towards a person like that. What's with that cold attitude? Afterwards, I decided to be nice and send you a photo. That's all you have to say to the child you gave birth to? You could at least congratulate me on the wedding. Can't you try to be civil? Oh, this isn't just some cosplay shoot? Wow, I didn't know you were actually getting married, Kiana. Of course I am. That dress is the one I picked out for the ceremony that's taking place next month. Well, I see a daughter who abandons their mother still can get married. God, you sound so condescending. This is the exact reason why Dad and I left you. Huh? I sent the same picture to Ashley and got a way better reaction than you. She called me the prettiest daughter she's ever had. She's way more of a mother than my actual birth mother is. Glad you guys are getting along so well. I bet you're so jealous that your daughter gets along better with their stepmother. Dad is still a hard-working man that he is, providing for his family to bring us such comfort. Ashley, the beautiful mother who I look up to, is still modeling. We're such a happy family. I'm so glad to be with them. So different from when you were there. One big happy family, huh? A man who cheated on his wife and a daughter who grew attached to them both. You guys are the cruel family who laughed in my face as you kicked me out of the house. No matter what you say, all I hear is the complaints of a loser. If you're that butthurt over it, then why don't you just try getting a better life than us, even though that's practically impossible for you? What did you say to me? Well, that's all your adorable daughter had to report on. I had the decency to tell you about the wedding, so at least be nice enough to send me something. Even if I did leave you, you're still my birth mother, so I am expecting something nice from you, okay? Brady, when are you planning on telling Kiana the truth about her actual mother? She still treats me like I'm her actual birth mother still.
What?
She texted me just a while ago. She told me that she was expecting something from me as her birth mother to celebrate her engagement. Why is this still happening? Didn't you promise to tell her after we separated?
Well, you see, I had a lot going on at the time. I was gonna tell her eventually, but then as I waited too long, the chance kinda slipped away.
Stop with the excuses and tell her already. Me and her are not related in any way. She is the child of your infidelities, which I overlooked and decided to raise as if she were my own. She's already getting married. Stop keeping this important piece of information from her.
I got it already. I've been wanting to tell her as well.
Just to be sure, Ashley is also aware of this, right? You were the one who told me that you'll talk to them both about this.
I also had some things going on that prevented me from telling her as well.
You're hopeless, withholding really important information like this from them. I no longer want to be involved with all of you guys, so do me this one last favor and tell them. Hey sis, did you get the invitation to Kiana's wedding? You haven't given us a response, but you're definitely coming, right? Not really, no. I have no reason to attend that girl's wedding. Huh? Why would a stranger have to go to that? That wedding has nothing to do with me whatsoever. Stranger is a bit harsh. You're Kiana's birth mother. What? You heard about the wedding from Kiana, right? So I decided to be nice and have you invited to it as well. I bet you're happy to be able to attend your daughter's wedding. Hang on, Brady still hasn't told you guys yet? Told us what? Oh, wait, did you tell him that you're not going? Well, I'm not allowing that to happen. Your attendance is mandatory for this wedding. Okay, sis? If you don't come, we won't have enough money. What money? Haha, well you see, we went a bit over the budget of the wedding, so we figured that you, the birth mother, should also assist in the payments. If you could give us about $10,000, that would help a bunch. Why would I give you $10,000 as a gift? Well, the groom's parents said that they pay for the entire wedding, so all we have to pay for is the dress. Kiana wants to switch 3 colors throughout the ceremony and picked out 3 dresses, which can be a bit pricey for us, especially since all of those are from famous brands. The total cost is about $30,000. Okay, so either decrease the number of dresses or pick ones within your budget. We can't do that. It's Kiana's wedding. As her mother, I want this to be a special occasion. So help us out here, sis. Help out your sister and your adorable daughter. Uh-huh. Kiana says she barely has any money saved, so we're the ones who have to help her pay out. But $30,000 is a bit too harsh on our wallets, so you paying $10,000 will help us out. Don't be ridiculous. I'm not paying a single cent. Why are you being so mean? I'm allowing you to attend your daughter's wedding. $10,000 is more than enough as a thanks for my kindness. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even be invited in the first place. I didn't ask for an invitation, nor did I even want one. Who would want to go to a wedding of a daughter like that? Gosh, you're being so rude. You went through all the struggles to give birth to her. You should be happy for her. There is no way a mother wouldn't want to see them getting married, even if your daughter left you and chose me instead. You keep running your mouth, but maybe you should start listening better. I have no feelings of motherly love towards that girl. Her wedding is nothing to me, and I don't want to give her anything. Even if you say that, you're still going to attend, right? It's your precious daughter's wedding. Of course you would. I'll have a special seat prepared for you. I'll see you there and make sure you bring the money. Okay, I'll be sure to tell her actual birth mother that. Huh? I'll be sure to send this invitation to her as well as tell her about the money she needs to bring. That's what you wanted, right? Her actual birth mother. What are you talking about? You're the one who gave birth to Kiana. She's the daughter of you and Brady. That's where you're wrong. I only raised her as my child, but I never gave birth to her. Anyways, I'll be sure to tell your friend Amanda all about the wedding and how she's allowed to attend it. What? Hang on. Why in the world is my best friend's name being tossed into this conversation? That's because she's Kiana's birth mother. I'm sure she'll be happy to hear the news. As you said, there is no mother who wouldn't want to see their daughter's wedding, right? Whoa. What's going on here? I don't understand what you're trying to say here. That's fair. I'm sure it'll be shocking to hear the news all of a sudden, which is why I told Brady to tell you guys immediately. I guess he really was planning on hiding this information from you guys forever. Wait, sis, explain everything to me, please. You're really not Kiana's birth mom? Yep, that's really not me. I think it was around our second year of being married. Brady came home with a random baby. He told me that this is the child from when he cheated and asked if we could raise the child together. What? Of course, I was shocked over this random bomb and sad about having been cheated on. But this isn't the baby's fault and they were cute. I can still remember all those mixed emotions that I had. In the end, I forgave him and decided that I will raise this child and show we can still be a happy family. You raise a stranger's baby after only 2 years of marriage, especially when the child is the product of your husband's infidelity. I had given that child as much love and care as I could, but then Brady cheated again with my own sister nonetheless. Plus, Kiana decided to leave me behind and go with you guys instead. I was beyond anger or sadness that day. Just really numb. Wait, so when did you find out that she's the child of my best friend? You never mentioned seeing her before. Yeah, I never met her. But that's because Brady didn't want us to. Plus, he told me that after she gave birth, she just ran off. Ran off? Which is why I didn't know about her actual birth mother until recently. When Kiana sent me that picture of her in wedding dress, she really reminded me of someone. What? Well, Brady hasn't told you about the truth either, right? So I thought that was a bit suspicious and decided to do some research. That's when I found out that Kiana's birth mother was actually your best friend. No way. Is it true? Is this really the truth? That my best friend is the mother of Kiana? I decided to confront her about it, and she told me everything. What? Amanda was pretty shocked too. She admitted sleeping with a married man and giving birth to his child, but didn't expect it to be the husband of her best friend's sister. She just handed the baby to Brady and went on with her life. I can't believe this. She's not your child. Wait, that means me and Kiana aren't even related in the slightest. I mean, but it makes sense. You got along with her so easily and quickly, right? You guys left me behind and Kiana did pick you. Stop joking around. This is way too much to handle. My mind is racing at 1,000,000 miles per hour. Okay, So take your time and think about it then. Anyways, I'll go tell Amanda about everything. I hope for your guys' sake that she brings that $10,000 you desperately need.
Why did you have to tell her? Because of you, I'm in so much trouble.
What?
Ashley practically lost her mind, is breaking everything in the house. Kiana is also no better with her constant yelling about periods of silence. It's just pure chaos right now.
That's your fault for not telling them earlier. That's why you should have listened to me when I told you to hurry.
Are you saying this is all my fault?
This happened all thanks to you. Although that wasn't the reaction I was expecting from them. I understand that it's big news, but aren't they being a bit too dramatic?
Well, yeah, those two were really close. Ashley can't get her feelings towards Amanda straight, and Kiana is upset that she has no blood relation to Ashley.
Kiana was telling me how she and Ashley got along like actual mother and daughter. The shocking news might have been a bit much, huh?
Look what you've caused. I want to calm them down, but anything I do does the opposite. The more I try to comfort them, the angrier they get. I've been told to stop touching them, stop talking, and get out of their faces for a while now.
Oh my, you really done it now.
You've got to help me, Sandy. Can't you do anything?
Why would I? This is karma for all the times you decided to mess around, cheating scum. You can fix your own problems. Don't ever involve me in anything relating to you guys ever again. What am I gonna do, sis? At this rate, we're gonna be in debt. Huh? Debt? I'm not sure what's going on with you, but you guys sure have problems piling up after one another. All thanks to Brady, Kiana went into complete shock and shut herself in. She said she's not in the mindset to have a wedding and bailed. Oh my. She regrets leaving you behind after you took her in and raised her despite not being related. She's so affected by the news that she doesn't know how to properly feel anymore. The poor groom. He did nothing wrong and yet the wedding gets cancelled. Feel sorry for us, not him. Kiana's fiance is connected to Brady as well. He's the son of somebody very, very important at Brady's job, and they are really upset about the cancellation without any warning whatsoever. Understandable, but it seems like you guys have a lot going on right now. They want us to pay them back for all the money they lost on paying for the wedding. Okay, so just pay them back? Don't you get the money refunded after you cancel? Only 20% of it? Oh, whoa. We are too close to the set date of the wedding that they said a full refund is impossible. According to the contract signed, the wedding venue takes 80% of the money for the cancellation fees. We only got $16,000 out of the $80,000. We have to pay back the rest of the money. Wow, that's a lot of money to return. So please, I'm begging you, help us out here. Even just a little bit of money helps. Why would I have to help you guys out? I'm just a bystander. Ask Amanda for help instead. Amanda ran off again. She told me that she doesn't want anything to do with the child she left behind. After that, she blocked me on everything and ran off. My best friend, who I've known for years, abandoned me. Oh wow, you lost your best friend as well. I feel sorry for you. If you're feeling sorry, then lend us money. This is probably gonna affect Brady's job as well. My brain is still trying to catch up here. Yet we're still trying to keep everything steady, so the least you could do is help us out. No thanks. Sure, I feel sorry for your situation, but at the end of the day, you are still a homewrecker in my eyes. You took somebody else's husband and kid, you vile woman. Why would I help someone like that? What? Come on! I'm neither Brady's wife nor am I Kiana's mother anymore. Just a stranger with no relation to you guys. So don't try to drag me into this mess. Hang on, sis. Don't be so cold. All of us will apologize to you, so please. Sure you guys will. Pass this message on to Kiana for me. Uh-huh? To Kiana? Tell that shut-in daughter of yours that it may be tough, but you're not alone. You you have your super big family to help you out. That's it. Good luck to you guys. Kiana's wedding ended up not happening after all, and the couple's relationship ended right there as well. Ashley and Brady had to pay over $100,000 back to the groom's family and ended up losing their savings and car. Whatever else they couldn't pay was eventually paid for after loaning money from some places. As for the family situation, Ashley got scared of the potential fact that Brady might cheat on her as well, and now lives in constant fear. Kiana became a total shut-in after completely quitting her job. Brady isn't getting any attention from them both, and practically is treated as if she doesn't exist.
Wow! I can't believe you're getting married just like that. I don't understand how there was someone willing to make such a basic girl like you their wife.
Hold on, Millie. Whatever happened to congratulating someone for getting married?
I'm sorry. I just heard about this from Mom and was in complete shock. Congratulations on getting married, Maggie. Great thing you did that just before you became too old for most men.
I don't think I'm going to say thank you to something as ridiculous as that now.
But you know who I want to talk about right now besides you, Maggie? I want to talk about your husband and the fact that he must be some unmarriable slob just like you. Way to go picking up the scraps like that, big sis. Would have been a lot nicer had you ended up like me, though. Cute and actually interesting to talk to.
Don't call my husband a slob and someone unmarriable, please. He's a very nice man. And starting now, I'll be joining him and making sure his company grows and makes him more money.
What? What do you mean, his company? Is your husband the owner of some company?
Yes, he is. That's why I just quit my job, as we're getting married. From now on, I'll be working for him inside his company. At least, that's the plan.
What? A boring and basic woman like you got married to a CEO? In other words, that makes you the wife of a CEO now.
Well, I wouldn't say that yet, just considering his company is still small. But as time goes on, I hope to help him build it. And then you can start calling me something so honorable. He's going to be running the company though, and I'll just continue working for him.
Who cares about all of that? I'm just in shock over the fact that you're the wife of a CEO now. How dare you marry a company-owning man like him?
I wasn't trying to be mean or anything. And it's not like this is a big deal. He owns a little company that I'll be joining to help build with him. That's all.
But Maggie, you left your job to go and help him, right? That job you had before was really good, with a good salary and great benefits, right? You went and quit your job there to go and work with your husband now? That means you have to be making way more money with your husband. Tell me right now, how much is he making every year there? Hundreds of thousands? Millions even?
Hey, stop asking about how much money my husband brings in, please. I'm not going to tell you anything about that right now.
I see. In other words, he's making so much that you don't want to share.
What? I never said that.
I am so shocked by how all of this unfolded. I was totally thinking that someone as basic and gloomy as you would never find yourself a man to marry. Yet now, you're married to a very successful company-owning man. Is your husband one of those men that's attracted to ugly people?
Excuse me?
Well, I'll be able to learn about all of those details in person later on, right? Hey, Maggie. do you mind lending me some money right now? It would really help me a lot if you were to lend me 5,000 right now. So you start things off by making fun of my husband and yet now you expect for me to lend you money? And 5,000? I'll give you 5 if that's how serious of a situation you're in. Well, I've started to want to get married myself now. I'd like to be like you, finding myself an amazing husband with loads of money that I can have. That's why I was thinking of going to a speed dating party, or perhaps creating my own account online to start finding myself some decent men. But, of course, all of those things cost money, right? I suppose you would have to pay to attend those events, as well as a monthly fee for any dating and marriage apps. Unfortunately, I'm no full-time employee, but just a simple part-timer. Which means I don't have any money in my savings, but would really like help finding a man. If you've been able to get yourself a rich husband, then you should be able to lend me a couple grand at the very least, right? I told you, things aren't like that with him. But if you really want me to lend you some money, you'll have to sign an IOU first. I know that both Mom and Dad have been wanting the same thing for you, finding a man that can get you out of the house and into a life of your own. I'll sign! Then let's get to it and get that money into my bank account. If we don't get to work here right now, any future would-be husbands might get away from me.
Maggie, I'm sorry for bringing this up right before our wedding. I'm sorry to also have to ask this, but please leave me.
What?
I know it's only been just 3 months since we got married, so I'm really sorry. And our wedding is this weekend, but I can't keep hiding my true feelings anymore. I want to break things off with you and marry Millie now.
Excuse me? Wait a second, Lloyd. What the hell did you just say to me? You want to divorce me now? So that you can get married to my little sister? What the hell are you going on about right now?
I knew that you'd get upset with me for saying this, but just listen to me. Actually, I've been dating with Millie for a little while now.
Huh? So, in other words, you mean that you've been cheating on me with her? You and we've only been married for 3 months now, and you did that? You went and started cheating on your new wife with her little sister?
I'm really, really sorry. But at this point, the only person I'm attracted to is Millie, and I can't get her out of my head. She is literally the only thing I can think about anymore.
How can you say something like that to me? I married you because I thought we were both on the same page when we said we wanted to grow happy and old together. I quit my job in order to be able to support you and your company. We were supposed to both be in this together, Lloyd.
And I'm very thankful that you did something as selfless as that. I really suck at things like paperwork and advertising things. Because of you, things became a whole lot more easier for me, and I've really appreciated all of that. But compared to you, Millie is far more my type, and I just know that her and I will be happy together.
Huh? You think you'll be happier with her then?
There is nobody else more cute than she is, and who is willing to do anything and everything for me. No matter when or where we are, she is always worried about me and so kind. This is the first time in my life where I've been so close and connected to someone.
What the hell are you saying, Lloyd? I have done so much more for you that most other women would never think of doing. And that's because I love you. I've already sacrificed my job for your company, and I've even been doing all of the chores at home so that you can focus on your goals.
But Millie gave me a very high-end and fashionable necktie.
She bought you a high-end brand necktie?
At first, when Millie came to me confessing the feelings she had for me, I just assumed she was joking around and said no to her. But after that, she continued to send me text after text telling me how much she was in love with me. Then, last month on my birthday, she told me she at least wanted me to take the present she had gotten for her. And that was when she came to me and gave me this insanely expensive high-brand necktie. This is the first time in my life where I've ever gotten a present worth more than $1,000.
You're kidding me. So that's all it took for you to jump from me to my little sister, even though we're married? All you ever wanted from someone was a simple present that costs more than $1,000? I thought the gift of being married was something you would never be willing to throw away.
And I really did enjoy the fact that you married me. But I've never experienced love like the kind that Millie has for me. I've been so emotionally moved by the way she's shown her love to me that I can't get her out of my head. The girl is destined for me, I just know it.
No way.
That's why I'm asking you to please divorce me. I'll get the papers tonight, so please make sure to sign them all for me.
Excuse me, Millie? What the hell is going on here? Explain yourself right now. How the hell could you take your sister's husband from her like that? I stole your husband, didn't I? Sorry, but I'm going to be getting married to Lloyd now. I'm not playing games right now, you bitch. I thought you went out looking for your own man already. Why the actual hell did you end up dating my husband, of all people? What? I went out looking, and that's when I found your husband and decided he'd be the man I marry. Huh? He was just the man I was looking for, Maggie. One that has lots of money and decent looks, who would easily succumb to the cuteness and love of a girl like me. All I had to do was buy him an expensive present, and he started going on about how it was the first time he'd ever received a present like that, like some idiot. Seriously, it is way too easy to get men to want us, right? What? Thank you so much, Maggie. You were willing to lend me that $5,000 I asked for. And with that money, I was able to get the necktie that was key to getting Lloyd to fall for me. Come on now. You actually used the $5,000 I gave you on that necktie? You used my money that I lended to you on a high-end necktie that you used to steal my husband? You really thought that I'd be going to some stupid events and going onto apps to try and find myself a man? Those are just wastes of money for women and men to hook up and have some easy sex, right? I would have never found myself a man that I wanted to marry at one of those events. So you borrowed my money with a plan in mind from the start? In order to steal my husband from me, you asked me to lend you some money because you didn't have any. How much more of a bitch can you be, Millie? You are so miserable right now that it's insane, Maggie. And you just handed me that money without a thought behind your eyes, all so that I could steal your husband from you. I feel so bad for you right now that I'd be willing to use some of Lloyd's money later to get you a funeral. And you're not even going to bother apologizing to me? Instead, just laughing at the hell you've created. Well, I'm going to warn you. There's not a bone in my body that wants to forgive you. I'm not asking for you to forgive me, Maggie. As long as I can become the wife of a CEO, that's all I need. And now that I have one in my grasp, I'm on track to winning at this game called life. Huh? Lloyd is really such a wonderful person, isn't he? He is so madly in love with me right now that he'll listen to anything I say. And for our wedding, we'll be having a gorgeous wedding that's going to cost over $50,000. You guys are still planning to throw a wedding, even though everyone is going to know that you stole my husband from me? What's wrong with having a wedding after stealing your husband? I told Lloyd that I want to have a wedding no matter what. And he replied by saying he'd give me whatever kind of wedding I asked for. That's why I already called around and have set up plans to have a $50,000 wedding. I just knew that having a CEO husband meant that I could have anything. A CEO husband, huh? Now that you're aware of everything, hurry up and leave that man. Your CEO husband is no longer yours to have anymore. He's head over heels for me right now and wants to give me that $50,000 wedding. Even though he's only bringing in around $25,000 a year. What? So it'll take him 2 years to pay that wedding off, as long as he doesn't spend a penny on anything else. I guess if you don't mind eating dirt and living under a bridge after your wedding, go right ahead. He'll be throwing all the money he earns those next 2 years, just so that you guys can have one special day together. Hold it right there, Maggie. Lloyd is not that uncool, okay? He'd never be making such chump change as that. He's the owner and operator of a company, right? He shouldn't be making so little money as that. Instead, close to $500,000 a year, right? You never understood what I was saying before then. Just because he has a company that he runs doesn't mean he's living large. His company is so small that it's literally just him working there and nobody else. There are plenty of people like him too, with their own company, and all only making close to $30,000 a year. Yet they can still be called the CEO technically, since they operate their own company. What? I mean, Lloyd is a CEO, legally anyways. But in reality, all he's doing is a little bit of work every day just to keep some money flowing. And if he were to try really, really hard one year, at most he'd get to $32,000 a year. What? Are you sure? So, if you'd like me to take a word out of your book, he's making chump change. And my goodness, is it wild that you'll be having a $50,000 wedding with a man like that? You have to be lying right now. You're just trying to bully me now by making up that lie. I mean, you literally quit your good job to be with and support him, right? If his company was worth you leaving such a good job behind, that means you both have been very busy making a lot of money at his company, right? Which means these past 3 months, you guys have been making bank, right? The only reason I quit my job was because of the timing. I've always wanted to start working on my own time. And since I was getting married, I thought, what better time but now to do so? And because of the time on my hands, I thought that I'd spend more time helping out with his company. What? When you said you wanted to start working on your own time, does that mean you've started to freelance as well or something? Not just freelance, but working on making a company of my own, where I could improve and use my skills. So I started a company that does the same thing as Lloyd's, a design company. And as a way of helping the both of us, I started having my company work together with his. And then, with some willpower and a bit of luck, I landed my first customer. You're telling me that you have a customer now? And I'm very thankful for it. They told me they noticed all of the effort I was putting in and wanted to start supporting my goals. But, of course, due to that, a lot of income that Lloyd had been making went to me, as the customer wanted to only work with me. So even though we're both running companies within the same field, I'm making more than he is. But that is because of the work I've been putting in, and nothing else. What? As I told you, right now, Lloyd is making around $25,000 to $30,000 a year, right? Well, I'm making close to 5 times that much with the help of such a loyal customer. And there's more to come once I get things more commercialized. In other words, you're making over $100,000 now? Sure, I might be some basic girl to you, but at least I have a company now where I started to feel like I'm really successful. Now, I'm going to get that divorce you both have been wanting so badly. And of course, once he and I are exes, I'll no longer be helping him with his company at all. And I'll be taking all of my support with me. No way! That would mean he'd be running his company on his own, right? I'm sure that if he were to step up his game just a little, he'd be able to design some products that people would really like. And let's hope there are people out there willing to work with a man who is so crazy he'd cheat on his own wife with her younger sister. Now, I have my bags to start packing so that I can get out of here. And I'll make sure by the end of today, he and I are divorced.
I'm not screwing around, Maggie. Why would you take all of those customers I had with you? I get that I didn't have many, but now I literally have nobody. Tell them to come back and buy from me right now.
Don't complain to me about all of that. They've all told me that they'd rather be purchasing and working with me than you. If you have a problem with that, then you voice your problems to them.
What was that?
But I don't think you have any time to be doing all of that anymore, do you? You have to start worrying about that $50,000 wedding you have to give Millie, now, since you promised her that. If you had the time to start complaining to all of your customers, then you shouldn't even be worried about losing them in the first place.
Yo, screw you. Do you have any idea how difficult it is for me to find new customers right now? All the ones you stole from me, I worked for months on end finding. They should be staying with me instead of going to you and your business.
I have been putting in just as much work as you have, Lloyd. But the difference is, my work actually has some merit to it, because I'm working on the right things and making sure all of my designs are perfect. In your case, all the work is you just sitting around playing on your phone, only ever putting in effort when people come to you for it, and producing half-assed designs.
What?
You're going to have to work even harder now, Lloyd. Because if you don't, you're going to lose that company of yours to bankruptcy. From what Millie has told me, she's so happy to have herself a CEO now that she can marry. Which means if you let your company go, she's going to be very, very sad.
And who do you think's fault it is my company will go bankrupt for making no money? I will not take that stranger-like attitude from you now.
But I am a stranger now, am I not? And I say that because you and I are no longer married. What happens to your company from now on has nothing to do with me and my life anymore. Now, what you really should be worried about is the fact that you're going to need to start paying off that settlement to me.
What? You're going to try getting a settlement from me now?
Not try. I will be getting one from you. You were my husband at the time, yet told me about how you've been cheating on me with my sister. I'll make sure you take responsibility for my broken heart by paying up.
But it's because of you that I'm not going to be making any more money for my company. You can ask me for a settlement, but I won't have a way to pay you anything.
It's not about you having the money to pay me or not. It's about you finding someone to lend you the money now to pay me, and paying that debt off later. If you're that worried about money right now, close your business and go find yourself a job working for someone else. Then you'll be making some income again, right?
What?
Your company's problem and the settlement I'm asking for are two separate things. Now, please get that money to me when I ask you. What? You can have Lloyd back now if you want. I don't need someone like him anymore. I have no use for a man that's not going to be making any money. Don't be so cold about your man like that. Isn't he madly in love with you right now? I was told that you were destined for one another, so you can't be mean to the one you've destined for, right? That destiny that you and him have talked about has nothing to do with me. My future husband is not going to be some lost cause of a bankrupt man. I don't love him anymore, and I want nothing to do with him. I'll give him right back to you now. Therefore, can you please stop asking me for that stupid settlement? Wait, so you already received the letter in the mail from my lawyer? He really is a fast-working and precise lawyer. I can't pay this kind of money to you, Maggie. All I did was steal your husband from you for a bit, and you're asking for $30,000 now because of that? Oh? Did you make sure to read everything that was written down on the letter from my lawyer? That's not just the settlement I've asked for, because you took my husband, but also some other money that you owe me as well. What? Other money that I owe you? You're indebted to me, right? Remember how you borrowed $5,000 from me so that you could pay to find yourself a husband? So, a part of that money you owe me is that, which you have to pay me back. Of course, there was interest on that, right? Interest? You're going to try and get that much money out of your own little sister now? Hold on a second. What kind of comment was that there? You were the one that read through and signed the contract we made, the IOU, yet you're complaining now? What? What exactly was written on the IOU again? So you didn't read that after all then? I wrote on that IOU that for every month you didn't pay me anything back, you'd be charged interest. I also made sure to write on there that if you used the money I loaned you on anything other than its intended purpose, you'd be penalized. Penalized? What? Hold up. That was even written on there? I told you I didn't want to lend you $5,000. But if you were willing to sign an IOU, I wanted to make sure I wouldn't be getting screwed over in any way. So I made sure to write that you would be penalized for not spending the money on the intended things. No way, Maggie! Yet, you went ahead and spent the money on something completely different from what you specified before. That's why, with the penalty and interest included, you owe me $30,000 now. Please don't take it personally, because it isn't. No way! No way! I get that your man doesn't really have any customers anymore, but he's still a business owner, right? A CEO. If you go ahead and help him out in the most darkest of times with the company, I'm sure you can turn things around for yourselves. So don't go throwing him away and give him the help he deserves. Now, when you guys get around to having that super gorgeous wedding of yours, send me an invite. I would love to see what the wedding of two cheating assholes looks like. In order to pay the settlement off, Lloyd had to burn all his savings and take out a loan. And in Millie's case, she had no money to begin with, so the loan was even larger. Soon after that, they both started to hear from their parents that they'd be getting disowned for what they've done. Which then led to Millie telling Lloyd that if this was the way things were going to go, she'd at least rather be with Lloyd than leave him and be on her own. So, for the time being, it seems those two won't be breaking up. However, when it came to Lloyd's company, things only grew worse and like he'd have no chance at getting back on his feet. So, once he let the company close down, he went and found himself a job,
although said job was not paying much better than the company he had. Therefore, at this point in time, he's working said job alongside Millie, who's working 3 part-time jobs, trying to pay off her loans as quick as possible. When it comes to myself, I've thankfully been doing very well with my company and getting a lot of business at this point. I'm busy almost every day. I also received a lot of money from both of the settlements, which I'll be using to expand my company even further.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.